What is up, everybody? It's your boy Kyle right here, and we are back with Black Ops 6. This video is really all about just talk about like my experience in Battlefield. Yeah, I didn't make a video on Battlefield. Sorry about that. I literally didn't play it until like the last few hours it was out. Maybe I don't know if it like canceled out like at 12 a.m. of I think it was 11th. That's the day after it, or like, that's the day it ended really. So I don't know if it did it at 12 a.m. or what. There's also a new event called the Reckoning. I think that's just only for like the new map, which is literally called the Reckoning. But yeah, Battlefield 6, my thoughts on it was not bad. I'm not a Battlefield player, of course. I mean, I've never made a Battlefield video on my channel. Not saying I probably won't. I, I, I'm sure I'm gonna make few Battlefield videos. I'm gonna make Battlefield videos. Trust me, this game's already boring enough as is. But yeah, they should have um another like open beta weekend this weekend, and I think after that it might be done for until the actual release of the game. I think it's towards the beginning of October. I don't know. I think it's October 10th. I might be mistaken though. But yeah, when the game comes out, I will of course make videos. I'm gonna make videos this week, and I will make one video during the beta this week, and I am sure I will. If I do look like I'm looking up more, it's because I got like a new TV stand. It's a lot higher than my normal TV stand. Also, I never played this map. This is one of the new maps I'd never played, actually, which is kind of weird. But it's whatever. What the fuck? So my thoughts on Battlefield 6. I actually, I actually had lots of fun. I do like how it looks. It looks very nice. Oh my god, it looks nice. But that's how games are gonna be like, basically from now on. I love the destruction of it. I don't really remember it being that destructive. Like you can destroy a lot of walls and entire buildings at one point. I don't know. I don't remember. Like I said, I don't play Battlefield as like I don't play Battlefield that much. But overall, it's a nice game. I actually had fun. I actually felt like a breath of fresh air. Now, there are of course gonna be different things like negatives about it. There's no perfect game. Like every game has their issues. I'd say the closest game, or even the closest like FPS game, to be more specific, to even like be perfect, was Black Ops 2. That's what I'm saying. Black Ops 2 was the closest to being perfect, and it had its issues. I mean, I could just go with the zombies having an issue. Now, I'm not saying the zombies was terrible in that game, but it's not the best zombies in the entire franchise, all right? If you say that, well, then you probably never really played Black Ops 3. But again, everybody has their own opinions. But still, I really do, honestly, I did enjoy it. Battlefield 6, it felt like a breath of fresh air, like I said. I mean, to be fair, I wasn't doing that good in the game. I was doing absolutely astronaut. I was doing terrible in my games, I'll admit. That's because, well, Battlefield plays a lot different than Call of Duty. I mean, it's a little slower paced, more strategic. It's like in strategy to like arcade wise, it's in between Siege and, well, Call of Duty. So it's like it can be arcadey, but at the same time, it's still you still have to be pretty strategic. You still have to be strategic about things. It took me so long. Why are you fucking sitting there? I just like that you can destroy shit. I don't know. I was having fun with that, dude. I was sitting there. I forgot what class I was, but I could pull out like an RPG. I think it might have been support. I'm gonna be mistaken on that, definitely. And I was just pulling out the RPG, and I started spraying at every building, just knocking it down, and then dying, and then basically doing it all again. If I gotta rate the game out of 10, honestly, of having like fun with it, I'm gonna rate it 8.5. It was very fun. So there was this I guess there was this e-streamer or YouTuber, you know those people basically that have like they basically sort of use it's like kind of using a face cam, but they use like an animated character. Maybe they create off of an app or something like that. Overall, something I don't do. not gonna hate on people that do it. Whoever, if you like to do it, then do it. It's not none of my business. I could care less as long as you're having fun. That's cool. But apparently, this one in specific, it was all over Twitter. I didn't really go on Twitter very much in the last few days, so I didn't see. Like everyone and their mother probably seen it, except for me, of course, because I guess I live under a rock. But they were basically they had aimbot. Most definitely. You probably already seen the clip if you really keep up with any FPS shooters or anything. It was showing clips. I guess people were like stating that they weren't aimbotting, and then they were, and then they just, basically mixed opinions about it. My opinion is they were definitely aimbotting because there was, I think it might have been like even the second clip. The clips, the second clip, it showed them aiming killed somebody, and then they flicked on to another person, flicked onto another person, and started spraying too. But they were spraying through a rock, and then eventually moved to hit the person. And people are sitting there, they're defending that, saying, "Oh, Shroud would do the same thing. Shroud would do." Here's the difference. Now, Shroud is good at video games. The man's fucking cracked at FPS games. All right, if you never watch Shroud just even play any FPS game, and you'll see how fucking cracked he is. All right, now Shroud's of course not hacking. I mean, it's kind of improved, but if you're out in the open and you shoot somebody and then you immediately turn. By the way, if you're gonna fucking turn that fast, you gotta have some insane situational awareness. Now, this person could have insane situational awareness. Again, Shroud's not the only person with that. There's other pro gamers or other people that can probably do that. But I can tell you right now, people like Shroud and anyone that's not cheating like that would fucking immediately know that a rock is right beside them. Now, maybe, yeah, you could make the mistake like, hey, they are not used to the map and shit like that. They're just, they were like, oh, fuck, I'm shooting at a wall. Here's the thing if someone like Shroud was making that mistake, they would kind of realize and then stop shooting and then go and start shooting at him. They would know that pretty damn quick. Because if you can flick that fucking fast, you definitely have a good ass reaction time. And now, either way, it's no big deal. Cheating in video games, it's literally well known. Like, every game has a cheater. So it's not like the end of the world. Nobody really gives a shit. It's whatever. I mean, it's. People say this game's like the most hacked game ever, which is blatant lie. I mean, you can go on Black Ops 2 itself and you would get your entire fucking family DDoSed. But either way, I mean, I think they got their Twitch banned anyways. So I mean, that's a cool thing. But again, note to self, kids, don't fucking cheat. I mean, you're a piece of shit loser for that. I mean, I don't even need to be the one to tell you that. I'm about to lose my overclock, bro. Don't. Are you fucking kidding me? This is definitely not a good map for Overdrive. Can you toss like a fucking grenade through that? Hold on. Well, maybe I don't know why on God's green earth if I'm gonna I don't know my logic in general. Please kill me. Thank you. There was no need to jump. I was just gonna stand there. Like I don't know what goes through this thick skull of mine, dude. I've been drinking like this chocolate milk and shit, and I realize it's like gonna expire tomorrow, so I like low key gotta like chug a half a gallon of. I don't know why I just don't get half gallons. I keep getting full gallon, and like I mean, it is the cheap it's like the cheap fucking chocolate milk, but like there's like two different kinds of cheap chocolate milk. The good one and like the one that you're like, okay, I understand why it's cheap. And I got the one where you understand why it's cheap. In my opinion, nothing tops Fairlife. Just saying, people. But yeah, that's me ranting about mainly Battlefield 6, but again, I am like kind of I don't want to say I'm fiending for it, but kind of am. I really do want to play like Battlefield 6 again, and just I don't know if it's maybe it's because of the anticipation of it and how hyped up it is as a game. Not saying again it's not a bad game. I mean, I like I said I've enjoyed it a lot, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, do whatever, and yeah. See ya.